Hey, Marianne DeNovellis, right back here with the Six-Figure Mastermind. Thanks for coming back today. We're going to talk about your target market and, more importantly, how to identify it. So stay tuned. I love this conversation of identifying the target market because it is so important in your business. If you don't have this figured out, close your doors. Like, you've got to just pause everything until you know exactly who your target market is. So let's break it down and kind of figure out how to know who they are. First things first, you're going to ask yourself a series of questions here. So you might want to write some of these down. You need to know who needs your business. That's the first question to write down. And in fact, you might want to just pause this video while you're writing these down and formulating these answers, because I'm going to give you a lot. And if you don't have anything written down, then you could just, watch through the end and not be any better off. So do your homework while we're doing this together, okay? So write down this question: who needs my business? Who needs what I have to offer? Okay, and I'll wait here if you need to pause, and then we'll come back, okay? So who needs my business? And when you figure out who needs your business, you want to know a lot about this person. Think of it as if you were dating this client, right? You want to know everything about them. You want to know what their income is. You want to know where they shop. You want to know where they spend their time. You want to know if they're in a family or if they're single. You want to know how many kids they have. You want to know how old their kids are. You want to know where they go to school. You want to know if they've graduated from college or not. These are all intense interview questions, right? And you're eventually going to create kind of what's called a client avatar. Once you have this client avatar in place, every piece of marketing material that you put out, every email that you put out, every social media post that you put out, every Instagram picture you put out, you're always going to be talking to one of those ideal clients. And even name them by name. Give this ideal client a name so that when you're putting out your content and you're thinking about Stephanie, let's say one of your clients' name is Stephanie, your ideal client, right? You say, okay, what does Stephanie need from me today? What kind of picture would inspire Stephanie today? What kind of content does Stephanie need from me today? What is Stephanie struggling with today? How can I serve and help Stephanie today? That's how you need to be thinking when you're identifying your target market. Okay, then there's this other thing called psychographics. Okay, we've talked about, you've probably heard the term demographics before, and those are all the things that we talked about where they live, what kind of car they drive, and all of that. But psychographics, it's all internal. It's all about the brain. It's all about how they feel. So when you're thinking about, let's just use this example of Stephanie. What does Stephanie think about every day? What does Stephanie feel? What does she want in her world? Does she want more excitement in her life? Does she want more fun in her life? Does she need more order in her life? Does she have so much chaos in her life? So when you think of psychographics, this is how people think. This is how they behave. This is their shopping tendencies, not necessarily when they or where they shop, but this is how they feel when they shop. This is why they shop. This is what they go looking for. So yeah, you've got all your demographics, but possibly more importantly are these psychographics. And so I want you to write this question down too. Why does my client spend money? Why do they shop where they do? Whether that's from home on their computer or in a store. What do they feel like most of the time? Are they mostly a happy person? Are they mostly frazzled? Are they mostly stressed? What do they feel like? What are the top complaints from this person? What do they find themselves repeating over and over? What do they complain to their friends about? What are the top struggles of this person? What are they struggling with the most? What is the most frustrating thing in their world? And then ask yourself, what are the dreams of this person? What are the aspirations of this person? What does this person hope to do, hope to be? And why is it so important to them? Some super amazing keys on identifying your target market just embodies in those questions. Okay, another way to figure out how to identify your target market is to see who is already using your business. And you're going to do this a lot through the online resources that you have. Facebook is a great resource for this. You can either take outright polls, or you can just go through your current customer base and say, what are the trends here? Do I have a trend that a certain age group is using my business, or a trend that a certain group of moms are using my business? See, just kind of get a grasp on who is already doing business with you and see if it matches who you want to be doing business with. One of the most powerful tools I can give you is to check out your competition. You know, people think competition, they get all this scarcity mindset of, oh, people are going to steal my customers and people are going to outdo me in business. Guys, just do me a favor and let go of all of that right now. If you're in business for yourself, yeah, there's going to be people that do very similar things to you, but no one can replace you. And I know that sounds fluffy and flowery and potpourri, right? Like it smells great, but nobody really knows what it is. Take it to heart. There's not another you that's doing what you're doing. So find a niche that needs exactly what you do. Maybe your niche has been a little bit too broad in the past. Maybe your niche has been working moms, but you need to narrow it down to working moms that are 35, or working moms who are empty nesters, or working moms that need to make $7 million, or working moms that need to make their first $100,000. Identify specifically what your niche is, and do this by checking out your competition. You may even find that there's a niche that none of the competition is addressing that you can address perfectly. That's going to boost your business huge because you're more specific on exactly who your target market is. Hey, thanks for watching today. I hope you enjoyed the video. Give me a comment below. Let me know what you think and hit the subscribe button, and I will see you tomorrow.